Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine intuitive reader. Okay, so I'm excited to get into this reading. I'm playing around a little bit. I finally think I got a little bit of things better. I got my camera set up, I got my new mic. Hopefully the volume is a lot more clear and not all choppy and distorted. It's been a process for me figuring out all these little things. But you know what, like I was thinking about like how this journey's been fun too. Like, you know, like all the different setups, all the different things I've had to do, like it's definitely been fun. I mean, I know it's been frustrating because like, you know, I wanted everything to take off so fast, but it's like I'm finally just starting to just embrace the whole journey. Like everything really is so like intricate and intrinsic, and it's like I've been applying this to like a lot of things in my life lately. As of late, I've literally been like, oh my gosh, like it's so perfect. Like I'm so glad that like I experienced this. I went through this with this person and this. Like I've really been seeing a lot of like how things have been building, right? And it's really been getting me to realize like, wow, like you really are like exactly where you're supposed to be on your journey. Always. Like God's really divine source that like really has got you. Like you don't miss out on things you're not ready for yet. The things that you're ready for, like if you miss out on them, like say they come around because, you know, the universe brought something in, like are you ready? But you pick the familiar cycle, or you and I used to say like you mess up and you get caught up in another loop and another cycle. Well, you don't understand, you weren't ready yet. So that's why you went down that cycle and that pattern yet. You know, and I know sometimes we get to where we're like repeating a cycle and we're like, gosh, I'm so done with this. I'm so ready to be out. But you have to wait a little bit, right? But it's because of that divine timing in those moments. And it's like if everything came when you weren't ready for it, then you would miss out on opportunities. Then you would miss out on things. Because sometimes like you think you're ready, but then something else will come up, right? And then you're just like, oh, I overlook that. You got me, don't you, God? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just so much more exciting when you realize that like you're always on your timing. You're always where you're supposed to be. And just embrace more. Like, have you ever been in a situation or a relationship and it's like you were so stressed out about how you wanted things to turn out and be, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't even work out and it ended, and you're just like, gosh, I worried so much about like what it was going to be like to be married, to do this, to that. And then it's like I worried so much about that. If I should have just been in the moment and I should have been enjoying that person while I was with them. Like if I wouldn't have been stressing so much about the future, like if I would have just accepted like you're just like, how do I want to put this? Like some of these lovers that you can tell that they just, what do people like to say? Like the F-boy, F-girl type of energy. Because you know that like they're fun, they're exciting, they're adventurous, but they're not the long term, right? They're not like the ones that you bring home. You know what I mean? Like, and I know some of us are like, no, I was reading posts last night where it's like, I don't date to date, I date to marry, or I'm looking for my, like everybody shouldn't be in a hurry to like find their forever person, because you do have to go down these experiences and have fun, right? And it's like I've often said that like men, the masculine energies and feminines too, but mainly I'm talking about the masculine energies, like they need to be in that hunt type of energy, and that they get to experience and they get to go out and have their options. Like if you stop somebody from getting to explore like their passions, their dreams, their desires, they're always going to wonder what they could have had, and they're not going to feel like they got to explore and got to really see their options to go choose their mate, you know? So that's why it's like the best thing you can do with somebody if it's not working out is like let them go, because if it's meant to be, it'll come back around when the timing is right, and then you know they're coming back to you because they choose you. You know what I mean? Not because why'd they just shut that down? but you know what I mean? Like, it's because true love, like what's meant for you comes. And that's where we get hung up though in the trauma bonds, because people will get scared and they'll think like, oh, I can't do better, or then they don't want to feel the heartbreak or whatever. Or I hope I'm explaining this well, where it's like, you got to give people space, and you got to realize that, yeah, sometimes you're literally just meant to be in a relationship, in a cycle with somebody for that part of your life. And then when you are ready to level up and the next level, like that person's not a part of your life anymore, and you're going to look back at those times and be like, gosh, I just should have had fun while we were together and just embrace the time while we were together. Like, if more people just were accepting that, like, we together right now. And that's what it's like being in the present moment. That's why sometimes, like, marriage and stuff can ruin stuff, because then people get all weird and all nervous and all like, I don't know. Like, I know I've been there where I've all of a sudden been in engagements and I'm like, yeah, now it's getting weird, because it's like, I'm having fun, and I don't know if that's my Leo energy. Like, we like to flirt. We like to be open. We like to be thinking about the next. I don't know. I'm excited to, but it's like, I've been in these relationships where like I feel like, no, you're trying to trap me. So yeah, like, I've gotten out of a couple of engagements. I've never been married, right? But I've been in, yeah. I've been in a few engagements, and then I turned down my very first one, actually, because it was like one of those, like, you're pregnant now, we're having a baby, let's get married. And my father was really pushing him to marry me, and I was like, no, that ain't gonna go, right? And you know what? I made him return the ring and spend all that money on himself too, because he was already just spending so much money on me and everything. And then we were fine for a while, you know. So you can overlook that. So don't think just because you get out of an engagement or whatever that it's like in the movies or the shows, right? Where like, oh, you rejected my engagement, now it's like we can't go back to where we were. Stop listening to what people say. Like, more people just need to be okay with in the moment, you know, because you never know. I mean, maybe people, if somebody does want long term, like, they'll change. And something I've been looking at too is like, sometimes you just gotta like let people go with love. Like, it doesn't always have to be a devastating end. Like, I've always been like that. Like, I can be friends with people like on a friendly level, like not like where you go hang out and stuff with your exes, but just like communicate in a friendly way, right? Especially like when I've shared my life with my children and stuff. Like, I've just always, I don't know, but even one of like my very first boyfriends that we got separated when we were kids, and then we reconnected, but we lived in different states and too much was going on, so we didn't pursue things. Like, I don't know, I'd still love to check in with them from time to time, but then my ex-boyfriends would be getting jealous and stuff, so I had to like not do that. And I get that, like, you know, especially when you're going through problems and stuff, then they're thinking like, oh my gosh, they've got options, they could always go back to an ex and things like that. I don't know, I am super chatty. I'm super excited that this mic is taking quite a bit to get to me, and I've been looking for a while for one to hook up to my phone and get it to work. So I'm really excited. I guess I just want to see how the volume goes with this one. I'm going to upload this one too because I want to see what it sounds like. So I'm just going to leave this one as me being chatty. This is going to be like Crystal's advice. And I'm going to get into tarot in a little bit. That's right. I got this note to stop my video. Bye, guys. To stop it.